I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that Bart didn't strike this morning. Thank you. It's like, can something please stay up? There was a lot of traffic, but at least we all made it in. I can't believe I get to be here. I feel so lucky. I want to start this year's summit with a quote, and I have to say it's kind of an obvious quote, but I got to do it because it means a lot. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. That's Margaret Mead. I wanted to be Margaret Mead when I was growing up. I started to take anthropology classes, but they were too far away, and I got up for them too late, so I never became an anthropology major. But I love that quote. It's not an uncommon one, so I'm sure many of you know it. But I'm thinking about it today because I'm thinking, thoughtful, yes, definitely here today. Committed, absolutely. Small group, less so. Bigger group here, an amazing growth of our community. Though I think that when many of you may feel like when you're in your communities or your cities or your agencies or wherever it is, that you are in a very small group of people. And that's about what these couple of days are about, being part of something a lot bigger. In fact, I think being part of something that you might call a movement. So another corny quote, friends, they may also think it's a movement. That's Arlo Guthrie, if anyone remembers that. Very corny. It is a movement. It's been a movement from the beginning. I think we feel it more and more every year. And I think we also feel that it's a movement that's not fueled by sameness, by each of us coming together with the same perspective and the same ideas. We don't all think alike. We have this hugely diverse set of experiences and perspectives that we come together in a way that sometimes creates conflict and chaos, but it also creates these new ideas and new experiences and perspectives. And from these new perspectives, we get new practices and new outcomes. We get new communities and we strengthen existing communities. And of course, we make these new software applications and APIs and things like that. But if you know anything about Code for America, if you've spent any time with the people who think about what we're trying to do here, then you know that the impact really is far beyond the software and the applications. It is a very diverse group, as I think you can all see, but it's also one that is united by, I think, a couple things, beliefs and values. I think everyone in this room believes that government can work of the people, for the people, by the people in the 21st century. And that's what brings us together. Also, a set of values, a value set that's very flexible and diverse, and I think it can be expressed by many different political leanings. But at its core, we have in common that we think that there are things that are better done together, and that if we're going to do them together, we ought to do them well, because when we do them well, we show others that there's value in doing things together. The thing that I am most grateful for of us in this room doing together is building Code for America. If you look around the room, this is Code for America. Everybody in the room, and a bunch of people who unfortunately aren't here today. But I see people come to our office and they look at this great space, beautiful space, thanks to our COO, Megan Riley, who's built this amazing place for us all to be and built places for everyone else to come. We have a lot of extra space. We've got people who co-work with us, and we want everyone here to think of our office as your West Coast home. If you're not from here, we want you to come be part of what we're doing there, and you'll come on Thursday. But when people come to our space and they go, oh, this is Code for America, how exciting. It's not true. That's not Code for America. This is Code for America. It's people in city halls around the country and now around the world getting together on weekends and evenings in bars and libraries and community centers around the country and now, yes, again, around the world. It's people at foundations, at companies, people who care about what we do, anybody who has those beliefs and that set of values and critically is doing something about them. That is Code for America. It's everybody here. I want to thank all of the people who say to us that we are leading this movement. I appreciate that, but I also think that the skill of leading is actually knowing when to be led. And I think that if you look at Code for America over the past couple of years, we change and grow every year because of the ideas that you bring to the table. And I've talked about this arc before, so I won't go into it in detail right now, but I do want to call out some of the stuff I think that's very specific to the 2013 class of fellows and city partners. We started as a way to do what Tim O'Reilly asked people in the tech industry to do, which is to work on stuff that matters. And I think what I see this year is that we are working on stuff that matters even more. And it's not that the staff at Code for America decided that we would go work on things like the criminal justice system, or keeping people on food stamps, or getting people access to social services. People like Ann Milgram and James Higa and Bill Somerville and Trent Rohr came to us and said, we want you to do this. And we said, are we ready? We're a young organization. We're trying stuff that's very new and it's risky. And they said, yeah, I think you're ready. And that just means a lot to me. I think it means a lot to the fellows that came on board to tackle those challenges. Those are just some of the things that you're going to see this week. And I think that there's really important stuff that matters everywhere across local government. It's not that some things matter more than others, but these are sensitive areas that mean a lot to the daily lives of people in our communities. And I just want to thank everyone who sort of asked Code for America to step it up this year and work on stuff that matters more. You guys are really building and leading this organization. I want to make a quick note about my role this week. Many of you know that I have taken a year leave of absence from Code for America. I am half-time in DC, but not right now. I'm actually on furlough. Except for the last 2.5 weeks, serving as the deputy CTO under Todd Park in the White House, and I'm having a great time doing it. I want to just quickly talk about why I did that, because I think many of you, as I did originally, would feel like, how could I leave an organization that I started, that I feel so strongly about? And you really need to know that I'm doing it. I am doing this because I have been so inspired by every single public servant that I have had the chance to work with at Code for America. The work that you do is so hard. You do such important work. And when I was asked to come actually work in government, I have not done it before. I really felt like in order to honor all of you, and I mean actually all the public servants in government and all of the fellows who come to this and do their year of service through Code for America, I didn't feel like I could pass up the opportunity to honor that experience. You're all going to ask me in the hallways, I hope, all of you I know, and I hope that I meet all of you that I don't know yet, how's it going in DC? And the answer to that is that it's great in a lot of ways. It's also, by far, the hardest job I've ever had. And that includes starting Code for America with no money and building it from the ground up. Public service is darn hard, as many of you, all of you here know. And it's also one of the most rewarding things I have ever done. So thank you to all of the people who supported me in taking this year off. And there's so many, I'm not going to stop and name them all, but basically I feel like all of you said that this was an okay thing to do. And I really just want to say that I'm dedicating this year of my public service to particularly the 2013 fellows and the 2013 city partners, and really to all of you who've inspired me to go do this. So thank you so much.